In today's video, I'll be previewing the Chelsea versus FC Heidenheim game in the UEFA Conference League. So, this is a game that Chelsea is ordinarily expected to win because, let's face it, Chelsea is not only the favourites in this game, but they're the favourites in the entire competition. But FC Heidenheim should not be taken lightly, not be taken for granted because, one, they're unbeaten in this tournament. I think they've won all their games as well. And their Bundesliga side, they've gained them double promotions under their coach Schmidt, and the Bundesliga side, so they'll always come with a high Genken press, high octane football. And from reports I've read, they're a very flexible team tactically in terms of how they approach teams. So it will be a test. I think one of the biggest tests so far in the tournament so far. Though I still think Chelsea should have more than enough to cope with, whatever they bring. But it's still of how does Chelsea take this team? Do they take them seriously? Do they approach it, with the full intensity and the mindset that it requires? Because that was happened against Newcastle. Didn't take Newcastle seriously, I think, even from the manager standpoint, and Chelsea ended up losing that game, the Carabao Cup game. So there are two key players in FC Heidenheim, at least in my opinion. There's Paul Werner, who is a wonder kid. He's in fact like their own version of Cole Palmer, left-footed, silky on the ball, amazing technique. Has an eye for goal. Has scored 4 goals already this season. With made 2 assists as well. So not all 6 goal contributions so far. And he's someone that would look to see them tick. Someone who's an assist first kind of person. So, and in my opinion, those kind of players are very dangerous. Those players that look to assist first before even thinking of scoring. So that's someone that Chelsea has to be on the lookout for. And Marvin Perring as well. He's the highest goal scorer in all competitions as well. Is someone that you should be looking at as well. Giving keen attention to. And as usual, certain players are rested for this game from a Chelsea perspective. So the likes of Donny Madueke, Cole Palmer, Nicholas Jackson, and I think the list will go on and on as well, including the likes of Robert Sanchez. So I think there'll be he'll be rested as well, and then Jorgensen will looking to start as well in this tournament, and then in this game, and Tarek George as well. I think he'll probably come off the bench again in this tournament in the game, and McGew, I think, could start off the bench, or he could start as well, and then Nkunku could, you know, um, Nkunku could play in the 10 role. But for me, I would like to see Nkunku start this game because it's a German side, the Bundesliga side. He's properly well acclimatized to the style of play in German football. So I'd like to see him start. So, and then now, what else are we talking about with respect to this FC Heidenheim team? A team that's young, that exciting. They have that intensity. So Chelsea needs to be on the lookout with respect to that. And then now I'll go with my starting lineup. I will be going with Jorgensen in goal, Philip Jorgensen in goal. I think he's a decent keeper and he's very, very good playing out from the back and he's way better than Sanchez. And anyways, he's in the so-called Team B. So he'll probably be starting in goal tomorrow in the game. And then at right back, I don't want to see Disasi there, but you're probably going to start. I would have preferred to see Richard Olise instead, since there's this contract issue with George Achampong, which is very disappointing because I think he is a prototypical Enzo Maresca fullback. He can do both. He can overlap, he can underlap, he can play out wide, and he can invert as well. So it's a bit of a shame that he's not getting to play, in my opinion. And so maybe Sassi will start, but I would have much rather preferred Richard Olise. For me, if you're not a right back, you're not a right back. Experience aside. So I think Sassi will start, but I would have preferred Richard Olise. And then the center of the defense, Tosin will start again, I think. And then he'll probably be paired with Badiashile. And for me, the jury's still out on Badiashile, in my opinion, because we'll say he's come good. No, even a broken clock is right twice in a day. So every now and again, he gives you an okay performance, and everyone's like, oh, he's he's come back to form. No, in my opinion, I don't think he's come back to form yet. So I'm just thinking that, but I'm just thinking he should be gone by January. But for this game, I think he's going to start. Let's see how he plays. Let's hope for the sake of Chelsea he does play well. Then at left back, I'll be going with Renato Vega. In my opinion, I think he's kind of like for like, although he's a bit more physical than Marco Corella, who for me is the inverted fullback king. So go with Renato Vega there. And then in the midfield, probably will be um, I'll go with Enzo Fernandez in there. And what else do you pair? Do you pair with him in that let's say central defensive midfield pairing? Enzo Fernandez, Lavia is a bit of a doubt. Caicedo, I think, will be rested. So um, maybe for me, I'll go with the lone six then. In my opinion, then I'll go to lone six, and then I'll go with two tens, and go to Nkunku, and go to Nkunku, and go with Jao Felix as the two tens, and Enzo Maresca, Enzo Fernandez as the lone six. And I'll be going on the right wing. I'll be going with maybe I'll go with Tyreek Judge. To start, Tyreek Judge could play on the right wing. This could be a good experience for him, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Jadon Sancho plays out there. Um, and then on the left, I'll be going with Pedro Neto. I'll go with Pedro Neto on the left. No, I'm going with, sorry, Mikhailo Modric on the left. But then again, if you think back, Pedro Neto didn't quite play in the game versus Leicester City in the weekend. So maybe Enzo Maresca's thinking is that he's fully rested. And so after international break, he's fully rested. So he should be in good nick to play the Conference League game. So he may start, on the right. So you could have him on the right and have Mikhailo Modric on the left, and then Maguire as the striker. I know a lot of people have tended to overlook Maguire and forgot the positive start he made to his Chelsea career, especially during pre-season. Um, so I'll be looking for him to start in my humble opinion. I think if Chelsea approach this game rightly, should be able to win this game. Say um, 3 goals to 1. I think Chelsea would have more than enough for FC Heidenheim, especially if the game is taken seriously. Seriously. Um, and hopefully, with the game sewn up with 15 minutes to go, you could have more academy players come off the bench. So, thank you all for being on here. Hope you subscribe to the channel already. Hope you click the notification bell so you're notified when I post a video on the channel. Um, but even more importantly, I would like to know what are your thoughts on the game, what are your scoreline predictions, and who would you rather see start? You could have a different opinion to me, and that's fine. That's completely fine. Do follow me on TikTok as well. Follow me on X, and follow, of course, if you're here, I'm sure you've already subscribed to the channel. But if you're new, please subscribe to the Gormado Football channel. And thanks for watching, and do have a fantastic evening and fantastic week ahead, and do have a pleasant day.